Hey, that's me, Tanya, and I need to come clean. Um, listen, young lady. Let me break this down to you. I I I work, so I don't have time to be waiting till you go live, and I ain't watching your life like that. But when I do pop up on the screen and I see stuff like this, I'm gonna speak on it. I'm angry. Maybe call this invested in your life, call this weird or not. But how in the world do you have a $600 car note and don't have a bed? Make it make sense. Your kid don't have a bed. Let me tell you something, child. Let me tell you something. I would sleep on the floor before my kids is sleeping without a bed. That's a mother. What the heck is wrong with you? Last night, you and Chris sitting up drinking and having you a good old time. I ain't never seen you smile so much in the last couple of weeks. Matter of fact, it's probably been a month because that's how long it's been since you seen him. Now, enough is enough. The delusion that you living in, it's time for you to wake your little butt up. Because that delusion that you living in is stupid. You done got rid of your beds. Talking about they cost $300 a week or $300 every 2 weeks. I don't care if it costs $1,000,000. Your child does not need to be without a bed. What you gonna do? Make her sleep with Amaya in there with Ava? Do it make sense to you? And I'm up in your chat and I'm trying to drop some knowledge, some nuggets in your brain. And you know what you come to me and say? You ain't drank in a long time. Not one time did I mention anything about drinking. I said, where is your helpmate? He was there last night. You and him was having a good time last night. Of course, all the kids was quiet. Melatonin had kicked in, didn't it? Now you overwhelmed. Every time New Davis Ford is home, your face look like this. If we, your audience, can pick up the fact that your attitude, your mood, your whole being change when your kids come around. But when Chris around, you lovey-dovey, you smiling, you want to be touched, you want to touch him. But when your kids around, you don't like to be touched. It's weird. Now it's gonna be you and Aiden home you and Legendary home all weekend. It's Easter. This normally is the time when mothers are getting their kids together for Easter. Your kids are going to church, and the least thing you could do is do their hair. You ain't get them nothing to wear. Oh, but child, we waiting on that Aiden, and Ava birthday party. Cause the way you threw Legendary party, we waiting on that. And you worried about what Philip gonna do. I ain't never seen somebody so dependent on people. You don't need nobody to raise them kids that came through your womb. You overwhelmed. You rubbing your eyes. You blocking the door. You locked a 1-year-old on the other side of the door out. You know, I don't understand Texas. Every post I go on when the reactors be talking, I say, I do not understand Texas. How is it that Texas can have video proof of child neglect, but don't do nothing about it? A 1-year-old is supposed to be in your eyesight when they're woke. A 1-year-old cannot be alone. Period. You got Caitlin looking for a jersey. One, it ain't Caitlin's fault, it's yours. Because when she took that jersey off, as a parent, you should have said, where's that jersey? And set it on the washing machine so that you knew to wash clothes and wash their clothes. Jasmine, I have this vision that you're going to win, but you got to wake up. You got to shake off whatever this is, this delusion that you have. You got to shake it off. Now you without a bed. Why? Why? Is you benefit from a $700 car note? Is you benefit from a $600 car note? What in the world? Texas, $700 car note. I'm thinking you probably gonna get a Cadillac or maybe one of them fancy cars like a Lexus. I can expect a $600, $700 car note on the Lexus, but I can't even see it on a minivan. You should have kept that Mountaineer. But I know who talked you into this. I know who talked you into this. But you should have kept that Mountaineer because you know what? You digging yourself in a deeper hole of debt. Number one, if you put your kids first, you ain't gonna be spending $600 on no car note. If you put your kids first, you ain't gonna spend 600. I ain't never had a $600 car note. I don't think I would know what to do with a $600 car note. That's supposed to be a house note. That ain't supposed to be a car note. And my aunt, who lives in Tennessee, told me their houses are the cost of our cars, and our cars are the cost of their houses. Is that true for the South? Because up north, we don't pay $600 for a minivan that's used. You didn't get a brand new car. You got a used car. Then Chris get car and he put wheels on his car. What is y'all riding around like y'all ain't got no kids? Maybe you stunting for the gram. Maybe you got to live up to the expectations of your peers. But let me tell you something, honey. You living in a poor mindset because you're going to always be broke. You're going to always be scuffling. First, there was no groceries in the kitchen. Open your refrigerator, all you feel is cold air coming out. Now, it's no beds. Make it make sense. Them babies need to be rescued because at this point, it's getting serious. Now stuff is being removed from your house. That sounds like a drug addict to me. When things like that go missing in your house, when your TV in your bedroom go missing, then it's probably a drug dealer or a drug situation. I gotta say, this particular live was a waste. Because this energy that you put in this live, you should have put it in your kids. Number one, it's a holiday weekend. Although I didn't know because I worked, but it's a holiday weekend. You got little girls, they going to church. Where's their church dresses? Are they put together? I mean, they were in school. So I'm trying to understand what were you doing when they were in school? Sleep? You talking about I got a schedule. I got a schedule when they bathe. I got a schedule. I got a schedule. Honey, schedule you some time to get yourself organized and be a mother. A mother will never, ever, ever send her kids out the house looking like they half done. And yet she dressed to the T. Now I thought y'all was going over your mama house on Saturdays. You in a hurry to get rid of these Davis for like they ain't gonna be there this weekend. But I thought in your previous vlogs, you said you was going over your mama house Saturday. Philip was getting the kids afterwards. What that changed? So now you ain't gonna see your kids for Easter? How convenient. It's just gonna be you and Legendary, huh? Chris may come by. He may throw you a bone. That's what pimps do. They throw you a little bone. He threw you a bone last night. See, I done put two to two together. And I don't care if you say it's not true. I don't care if you say We far off. We weird. We invested. No, you're weird. No, you're invested. Because like I told you, he only make you blush. He don't make me blush. Number one, I ain't never seen a man that don't want to come around his kid. He working, 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 working. You did a video and you said he no longer worked 2 jobs. He just worked 1 job. So if he worked 1 job, he ain't there to help you. From Sunday to Sunday, he is never there. But you overwhelmed. And when he there, you want another kid. Are you forgetting that you overwhelmed with the 5 that you have? Maybe you need to sit down and watch your own videos. You just got rid of your beds. Girl, if somebody don't do an intervention right now for you, you gon' you gonna wind up being homeless. If somebody don't do an intervention right now, you're gonna be homeless. And it's nobody's fault but your own. So yeah, you're overwhelmed. You're overwhelmed because you have no bed. You're overwhelmed because your child, who is 9, does not have a bed. So the decision was made last night. I'm not giving up my truck. You better just tell Caitlin she better sleep with Amaya because I'm not giving up my truck. And you was okay with that? When you gonna put your foot down? When you gonna make things right? When it's too late? When the internet tear you apart? You like this? You like when the internet come and talk about you, you feel relevant? Like you special? Like you sitting on top of the world? Girl, this was foolish. This was foolish. And then you come on live and you admit it. Talking about slow, that to me is a slow move. You got rid of your kid's bed for a man $700 car note. If the pimp ain't pimping you, girl, I don't know what is. Legendary, the one back there, which I actually like that name, Paul. I like that name, Paul, for him. Flo, she called him Paul. And I like Paul for him because he looked like an old man Paul. Little Paul back there. You see, little Paul gonna grow up. And what you gonna do then? Lock him in the room like you did Aiden and Ava? Is he gonna be able to eat his species too? Or maybe you gonna coddle him because that's the way you've been treating him. But he gonna grow up. He's gonna be Aiden and Ava's age. And are you gonna do the same thing? Shake it off. You had them 5 kids. We didn't. So you coming on the internet telling us you overwhelmed, honey. So what you want me to do about it? So call it hard that I'm saying so. I don't feel bad for you. Cause I did it. But I ain't stupid. I ain't gonna let no man live off of me. My kids ain't gonna go without because of him. You getting food stamps and your refrigerator empty. Child, what is wrong with you? My whole entire life, my refrigerator ain't never been empty. If I ain't got nothing, I got food. You need to survive. No wonder you penny pinching off them kids' food. The dog underway, is you feeding him? Because if you can afford dog food, you can afford to feed your kids. You this close to giving away Bentley. You should have gave Bentley away a long time ago. Before Legendary came in the picture, you should have been gave Bentley away. You're not a pet person. A pet person takes care of their pet. They don't leave them in a cage all day. Dogs are not meant to be caged. And if you train Bentley, he will understand how to act. But of course, if you leave him locked up all day, did your mother lock you up? Because you got a fascination with locking people up. Did your mama lock you up? Cheryl. Cheryl, I need you to come to the front stage and answer. Did you lock this girl up? Because she has a thing with locking her kids, the dog, anything in her presence besides Chris, she will lock up. I'm so sick of you coming on this internet talking about I'm tired, I'm overwhelmed. They did a video, and every video they had said of you, every clip said, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm overwhelmed, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm overwhelmed. But when Chris around, that tired seemed to go away, that overwhelmed. So all of a sudden, the depression, it just leaves your body. Depression ain't situational. Anxiety ain't situational. Well, if my kids here, my anxiety is high. But if my kids leave, my anxiety is cool. I can tolerate it. Then you shouldn't have had them. You shouldn't have had them. But they here. So now that they here, take responsibility and do it right. Quit being stupid. Getting rid of a bed. That's the most stupidest thing I could ever heard. Girl, you made me mad. I'm supposed to go to work tonight. I'm about to yell. I'm screaming and yelling at you. I gotta go to work tonight. And I just seen that video. I was so mad at you. You got rid of a bed that your kids sleep in. Now I need Cheryl to come and slap you in the face.